Hey guys, we all know why you're here. You clicked on this video, so let's just get on with it. One Trade Danger is a band from Washington, starring Andrew Katz as pretty much everything, production, singing, music making, and Will Toledo on being Will Toledo and doing a couple of background vocals from time to time. Both Will and Andrew are obviously a part of a bigger band that many of the viewers of this channel would know and be familiar with, Car Seat Headrest. Will being basically the figurehead of the band since, like, Car Seat Headrest really wasn't a band until, like, 2015 or whatever, whenever they signed to Matador Records. But everything before 2015 was Will and, like, other people who wouldn't really stick around until he got signed. But basically, this is just a long way of saying that Will Toledo is Car Seat Headrest for the most part, and Andrew is the drummer in the band. Don't get me wrong, he probably suggests ideas and stuff for the music. He's not just a touring drummer. He's probably Will's friend, too. Anyways, this video is already getting off course. One Trade Danger is basically like Andrew Katz's band, so expect a lot of Andrew Katz. And they came out with their first album on the same day that they released Twin Fantasy 2018. And it's called One Tray High. The album starts with an interlude and this video game sounding screaming rant about Mike and Andrew impersonating Tim Schenectady from Pitchfork. Basically, One Trade hacked into Pitchfork radio station and played a song, which is this song, I guess, is the whole point. The next track is Saturdays for the Boys. Will has backing vocals on the song, and Andrew narrates a story about being bullied or whatnot. He does use the name Cosset, which comes up later, and also comes up because the whole overarching story is that Cosset, like, bullied the shit out of Tim Schenectady, and that's why he is evil, I guess, and doesn't like Car Seat Headrest, even though he's given them relatively favorable reviews. There's this whole lore in this band. I don't really completely understand it, but he also talks about not having a phone, and then it goes into the solo. The best thing about the song is probably the chorus. It's like actually pretty good, you know, for a joke band. I think it sounds good, and it has these nice electric sounds throughout it. Moving on. Next track is Connected Schenectady. It's 50 seconds long. It's like a future-based song, but like slowed down. And the lyrics are about keeping your first wife, because that's the bitch you gotta keep, I guess. The vocals sound like they were recorded on a webcam microphone, though. Next track is On the Run from Cosset, featuring Jimmy Fallon. It has like a really long intro and outro, and really only like 20 seconds of chorus, but at least it's funny. I thought it was funny. Drove My Car is the next song. I see a lot of people on Bandcamp say that this is their favorite song. It's just like club music from 2009. I guess. Sounds like something Dr. Luke would have made. I don't know, that's all I have to say about it. It's never really been my favorite song, I guess. Unique is a very biting commentary on the state of art over this really ominous and fast-paced electronics and drums. I like the final instrumental, Hurrah, before it gets just like really depressing. I think I saw One Trade Danger perform this live on a video or something. Crowd looked so confused. They were just like, what do we do? This is such a weird song. The next track is Alien Boy. It's actually pretty cool near the midpoint. I think it's just like this looped version of Will and Andrew laughing that gets vocoded. It is kind of like a little long, I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely recommend this one. Listen to it all the way through. You would like not get the impression that it's a good song based off of the first like 2 minutes. The next track is Stony Baloney. It's like a blown out trap instrumental over rapped lyrics and a heavy metal breakdown at the end. I actually kind of like it. It's a little funny for the most part. Oh Actually is my favorite song on the record. It's all over the place, but the humor in this song is personally what makes it the best. Also, this is like the one song that Car Seat Headrest sampled. On that other song, I can't remember. Editing me will figure it out. All of My Friends Are Dying is the last song, and it's also the longest song. This song reminds me of those really hard Guitar Hero videos where there's this like fucking dude and he's playing really fast. I used to watch that shit all the time. But this is just the album of that, just without the Guitar Hero, I guess. Overall, at this point, the album length, like the songs, a lot of the songs are just like a minute too long, but that could also be because I have sewage for a brain and can't focus. But yeah, overall, I mean, like 5 out of 10, maybe 6. I don't know, it's kind of hard to judge because the humor on here is like almost 5 years old at this point. And it's not bad by any means, but it's just not as funny as it used to be. I remember listening to this back in, I think, 2020 or 2019 and thinking that this was hella funny. But we'll go for 5 out of 10 for now. The next album after this is One Trait World Tour. The first track is Sophomore Slump. It's just a song about a sophomore slump, I guess, an album that isn't as good as the first. They do this long monologue and then bam, you're hit with like this dubstep drop from 2013. And then Andrew calls out like Mac DeMarco and Kevin Parker from Tame Impala. Next track is Banger on an Airplane. This song does kind of sacrifice a lot of its runtime to the intro. It's this old man asking Andrew what he's doing on his computer. It's just the whole bit. And then it goes into like basically the iconic 45 seconds of music that is actually in the song. It's not bad. I see a lot of people saying this is their favorite song. I get it. It's like really short and it gets to the point. It's funny. Next track though, I'm not really a huge fan of this one. It's Melbourne, Australia. The vocals are all chopped up and glitchy over this weird production, and being scared of going to the pool, I guess, is the lyrical theme for it. It's okay. Definitely not my fave track though. Next track is Glass Boys. I like that they made a really good Mac DeMarco song, and it's actually pretty funny. I like that Will has to explain like, oh, there's so much more than just a Mac DeMarco ripoff. And it's actually like a decently good Mac DeMarco impression. Clap When I'm Dead, evening set. I like the way that it starts out. He says, dude, they're like Beach House. This song is like an Aphex Twin song with 2010s like EDM style. It's decent. I think it's kind of funny that he'd rather like not clap, and it over explains the fact that he just likes to stand there and enjoy the music. Next is Side Stage Headliner. It's probably my least favorite song. It's just like not short enough to be a skit, and it doesn't have enough meat to be a proper song, so it's just stuck in the middle. Also, it's just like not super funny to me. Next track is Bedtime Bowie, Main Stage Headliner. This is also like not really my favorite song, but I respect it for being like long as shit and having a pretty creative concept about a David Bowie hologram malfunctioning on stage. Interstitial is my favorite skit because it just goes right into multiple computer mark. Funny little build up into it, and then there's a multiple computer mark. I like this song because it doesn't downgrade any of its humor for its songwriting. It's a good balance of being a real song that you could show to someone and something that's like a funny, solid track, like an inside joke. Also, Will gets to sing on it, I guess, so that's fun. Fly, Play, Travel, Play, Fly is a song about touring, I think. I don't know, but it takes the prize for the longest song so far. The later part of the bridge is the best part. It's just sort of kind of a skip to me. On Tour with Eddie, Yo Tengo is basically like an Arca song, but made by a white guy who can't speak English. And last but not least, there's Reprisal. It's just a reprisal of the first song, just shorter, with the same like dubstep drop and everything, same everything. Overall, this album I can say is probably a 6 out of 10. It's alright, you know. Alright, next album, One Trait Bangers. This was the first one that came out while I was a fan of One Trait Danger. The Call is the first track. It's a funny continuation of the last track where basically Andrew like slept through his blackout blinds, and then he wakes up on this album and he's like, oh shit, I slept. And then STFU is like a modern Tenacious D song. It has this guitar solo and this really theatrical feel to everything. Interlude 2 is a pretty good song. It's just vocals, it's just them talking, so there's no real backing to it, but you know, it's a part of the album experience. It's not really like a song you listen to outside the album. Kurt is the next song. It's about Kurt Vile, you know, the singer-songwriter guy. They want him to make a One Trait Danger song, and he bails on them. Basically, like, he fell, apparently, and his management is trying to contact One Trait Danger. The next song is Rocket Ship Intro. It's my favorite interlude from all of the albums so far. I love that Grimes is just this heavily vocoded, like, auto-tuned God-sounding thing, and Elon Musk is just Will Toledo. And then it goes into the next song, Rocket Ship, obviously. It's supposed to be like a Grimes demo, and it sounds like it, but then it just sort of develops into the same basic EDM beats that are layered throughout all the albums so far. I like the piano near the 2-minute part. It's genuinely pretty good. The next song is Tim's Past. I like the pond reference on this song. That probably went like way over people's heads, because There was a part fucking a while ago where they were going to Melbourne, Australia to look at Kevin Parker's like feet or something, and then they arrived in Melbourne and he's not there. And it's just some dude from Pond, which is Kevin Parker's touring band. So I thought that was funny. There's Backup. He's a Man. I like this song because it's a nu metal song, but performed on Ableton. It's kind of like copying something like Mindless Self-Indulgence, but updated for 2021, whenever this came out. It's funny, I'd say. It's decently funny. Timus is the next track. I think this song blew up on TikTok. I remember seeing this like literally everywhere in all of the indie music circles I was. It's cute. It has a good hook, but it's a little long, and besides that, it has a nice twist at the end. And then the last song is Too Famous. It goes out strong. I mean, it has a nice instrumental. It's nice and catchy. Just them talking about living next to Bill Gates and Elon Musk and shit like that, and having like lots of money. For an album listening experience and overall score, I'd give this one a 7. I think I like this one better than the first two records. I think the first one suffers the most from the humor, and the closer that they get to being more like music related stuff, their music related humor I think is funny. But I don't know if they're gonna make another record. If they do, that's cool, I'll cover it. But for now, I'm sort of detached from the One Trait Danger universe. I found out about them because of Car Seat Headrest, obviously, but there are also fans who know about this band and they don't know about Car Seat Headrest. There are very few of them, but I promise they are out there. But yeah, that's my review of all of One Trait Danger's songs, basically. And I hope you have a nice day. Leave your favorite songs in the description. Or if you've never heard of this band and you're just now finding out that Car Seat Headrest has its own funny joke band, you're welcome. All right, goodbye.